Yo, what's going on guys, MaidenElite here and welcome to my YouTube channel. This is going to be a video showcasing my top 5 games of 2024. The list compiles of games that I have played and that have released this year. Apologies in advance if you disagree with my list, but obviously it is mine, it isn't yours. You feel free to leave a comment in the description of what you think should be the top 5 list of your making, and we'll see if we agree or disagree. Now, like I said, these games are games that have released this year and that I have also played. There's bound to be some games that you think should be on the list that I haven't played, but that's not your fault, that's not my fault. I just might not like them, or I just might not have gotten around to playing them. Hopefully you guys enjoy the video. Why don't we just get on with the show? And as you guys can see, in at number 5 is Marvel Rivals. Now, Marvel Rivals is basically just an Overwatch reskin with Marvel characters. But we've been absolutely loving it lately. It's not long released. We've already put in about 30-40 hours into it, playing various characters, obviously Iron Man and Groot being our mains, along with a little bit of Magneto on the side. Ranked is just a super sweat and stressful time. You definitely need friends or people to join up with to progress in that, because the randoms run around like headless chickens, or they all want to play DPS, as with most games. Overall character designs I'm super stoked for. There's a lot of variety, there's some classic looks as well as obviously a little bit more newer looks for the younger fans. It could do with a few extra maps, maybe another game mode or two. But obviously it's literally just launched, so let's see what happens in season 1. But other than that, like I say, battle pass not really great, but overall character designs and the way they play super fun. I'm super excited with what's to come for the future. It is number 5. I would have put it a little bit higher, but obviously no idea what's coming with season 1, so I don't know if it's going to have any longevity to it. So with it being kind of a new game at the end of 2024, I felt it would be a little bit of a disservice to put it any higher than number 5. And number 4 on the list is Grand Blue Fantasy Relink. It's a JRPG. Now, we took a bit of a wild gamble on this game. I do know that previous Grand Blue games have all been sort of fighting games, so I wasn't too certain about this game when I first discovered it. But I thought, you know what, I managed to get my hands on it for pretty cheap, so we'll try it out. Anybody that knows me knows that I am a massive JRPG fan. Obviously love Dragon Quest games, Tales games, so I thought, you know what, let's take a dive on this. The co-op is not fantastic on it. I was hoping it was going to be a lot more like Tales, where it was like fully co-op, but sadly it was only really for the side sort of quests slash boss fights that you were able to have any friends help you. Overall, story wise, was fun, decent 20 hours in it. If you really want to grind, you can probably get maybe 30. Characters were fun. You obviously can play as a male or a female depending on who you want to play as. You also get the opportunity to recruit guest characters to change your party up. You get like little tokens that you can redeem to hire new characters. So obviously my party can be completely different to yours. Combat is very simplistic, which is just something I like. It gives you a chance to focus on the story. It does play, like I said, very like a Tales game. So any Tales fans out there, I definitely recommend you guys check that out. So that is going to be it for number 4 on my top 5 of 2024. And in at number 3 we have Warhammer 40,000 Space Marine 2. It was a toss-up between this game and the game in second place on which order I wanted to put them, but I've decided to put Space Marine 2 in number 3. It's about a 15-hour campaign, which I thoroughly enjoyed. I said from the get-go that it has Gears vibes to it, with the way the character handles the gunplay, the movement, even just the atmosphere as well. So that's one of the things that actually drew me to playing it. I've never actually played any Warhammer 40,000 game, let alone any Warhammer game. So it's got me excited to maybe dive into a different type of Warhammer experience. Um, like I say, it's about 15 hours. It has got some side operations that you can play with friends. It's got like a little class system that you get to choose when you do that. The campaign is free player co-op, which is also fun. We did play a couple of missions with Gingy and Twiz, but obviously everybody who knows them knows that they're really hard to get availability for, so we had to finish the campaign on our own. But I definitely recommend you guys play it. It definitely gave me my gears fix until the new one comes out. So if you guys are interested in what the game is like, be sure to check out my channel, because there is a live stream of the whole campaign with no commentary. Or just go buy the game, play it yourself. But that is my number 3, Warhammer 40,000 Space Marine 2. That means the number 2 spot goes to Black Myth Wukong. Now, Black Myth Wukong we had been following for a long time, since we saw a brief little trailer of it. It reminded me a lot of the Dark Souls and Elden Ring sort of vibe for games, which, to be fair, some can be super fun, whereas others can be very stressful. So I think this sort of caters to both of those there. The story was fantastic, thoroughly enjoyed it, since I don't actually know a lot about Chinese mythology, so it was sort of like a learning experience for me. So it was something that was super fun to delve into. The combat was really reminiscent to, like I say, a Souls-like game, but a little bit simpler. But it does have that challenge when it comes to boss fights. The boss fights, like I say, are what make these games. It has got a heck of a lot of them. Some obviously can be missed, so it does pay to explore. Like I say, it just came out the blue. There's a few different sort of combat styles you can use. It doesn't really have like a class system like your standard Souls-like experiences do, which, to be fair, was a pleasant surprise. I kind of just stuck to a style that I liked. I didn't really use the long pole. It didn't really appeal to me. But I've seen a lot of videos out there where people have actually used it. It was fun, like I say, trying out the different abilities, summoning your clones, turning into like a sort of rock form to protect yourself at the oh shit moments. So yeah, like I say, that is going to be number 2. It narrowly, and I mean narrowly, misses out on my game of the year. But like I say, once you find out what it is, I'm sure a lot of you will understand why. So like I say, if you haven't played it, check out my playthrough on the channel, or consider picking it up, whether it's on deal or full price. I do recommend it, and I'll see you guys when we get to reveal the number 1 game. Well guys, there we have it. That is our number 1 spot for Game of the Year. It is Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, and what a game it is. Obviously the continuation of the 7 experience from Remake, which we thoroughly enjoyed and have also played through on the channel. Rebirth takes that next step in the 7 storyline, which honestly, it's just a fantastic experience. I think I put about 70 hours into the game, whether it was grinding Gold Saucer, doing the Chocobo racing, or playing the new card game that they included, Queen's Blood. Queen's Blood obviously is super fun, but it can also be a little bit stressful at times. I have to say, like, for me, just the whole 7 experience of Remake and then Rebirth has got me super pumped for the 3rd and final installment. Whether it's getting from playing as Zack, as you can see in the video, to seeing Aerith perform at the Gold Saucer. The music is just on another level, which for a Final Fantasy game, you could say that about any Final Fantasy, but I think with this one they've just took it that step further. Some of the remixes of like classic themes like Genova and stuff like that have just got this game at the #1 spot. I think the additional story content with Zack and the alternate sort of like universes colliding is a fantastic way to incorporate Zack's character into the game. And I do implore anybody that is a Final Fantasy fan to check Rebirth out when it comes to PC if you haven't been able to check it out on PlayStation 5. I know I, for one, have already pre-ordered it for PC, so we'll be doing another playthrough on PC. But like I say, for me it had everything. Fantastic story, it's got replayability for a single player game, which is surprising for most. The combat's fun, the characters are fun. Thoroughly enjoyed using Red 13 finally. Super excited to see what Vincent plays like in the third installment. Obviously getting to play as Zack, even playing as Sephiroth, which was, like I say, a huge shock when we got to play the demo for the game. And like I say, it just had everything for me: story, music, combat, fun. And like I say, it hit me in the feels. It's a game I first started in 1997, which is a long time ago for a lot of you newer fans. So it's been something I've been looking forward to. So that is going to be my game of the year. I know you guys probably disagree, but that is the fun when it comes to opinions. Everybody is right. Be sure to drop a comment in the description if you agree with any of my choices, and let me know what your choices for game of the year are. Be sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and check me out in the next video, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!